Welcome to Cruise1st Luxury Collections, where we relax together and spend real time talking about luxurious and incredible cruise and stay worldwide adventures. This is the show that connects you to getaways with that certain extra something for those bigger and more immersive journeys to really remember. Here at Cruise1st, we've been working together with the cream of luxury cruise, river and tour operators around the globe for over 25 years, building exceptional relationships and delivering more fulfilling luxury experiences. If you like to enjoy the finer things in life, then this is the show for you. And our dedicated luxury concierge team will always be on hand with the very best experience, recommendations and reliability that today's travellers demand. Come with us as we step out of the ordinary and into the extraordinary. And this time we set sail with Oceania Cruises for 6-star boutique voyaging on their small ship, big luxury offering, treating you to the finest cuisine at sea, boutique journeys with Wi-Fi, gratuity, select drinks, fitness and so much more as part of the dreamy travels. Cal Sindhu joins me from Oceania to give you an insight into everything we can look forward to as we journey near and far. From a Caribbean getaway for December this year to a journey down under to Australia and Bali for March in 2027. We have something for everyone to look forward to as we enjoy small ship luxury trips. Cruise journalist Jane Archer joins me on the show too to share her experience of voyaging with Oceania. So lots to look forward to over the next 60 minutes, and it's all served up in style. So get ready for true escapes. Get ready for an Oceania voyage.
Experience the art of travel with Oceania Cruises, where every journey blends sophistication, comfort and discovery. Designed for travelers who seek both elegance and exploration, these luxurious mid-size ships provide an intimate atmosphere as they sail to the world's most captivating destinations. With expertly crafted itineraries, enjoy the freedom to explore deeper with extended stays and overnight visits, allowing you to immerse yourself in the culture, history and flavors of each destination. On board, delight in the finest cuisine at sea, indulge in beautifully appointed accommodations, and savor personalized service that exceeds every expectation. So it's time to embark on a voyage where every moment is thoughtfully curated. From enriching cultural experiences to unparalleled onboard indulgence, each journey is a seamless blend of relaxation and discovery, leaving you with memories to treasure forever.
And we've got lots of adventure on the way, and who better to guide us through the experience and answer all the questions we have than Cal Sindhu from Oceania. Cal, welcome back. Back again.
We are, yes.
It's a great year as well for Oceania because you do have a new launch coming up. It's pending right now, impending, should I say. Yes. Is there going to be big celebrations for the launch and everything else?
Oh, we hope so. Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone's really excited for it. And like I said, she's the sister ship to Vista. So really, really happy. Looking forward to it.
Fantastic. So Oceania, just for those not in the know, we're talking about luxury, small ship, cruising with just that extra certain something that becomes rather intoxicating. And I'm not talking about the drink.
It is. It's a beautiful product. Look, we're small ship luxury. We have no more than 1,250 customers across our fleet. We go to award-winning destinations, and absolutely we are the finest cuisine at sea.
I think that's really, really lovely, actually. To know that you've got, I mean, food is such an important thing on any cruise journey, isn't it? It has to be right, has to be full of flavour as well. And actually, you know, I think there is a certain view across cruise that maybe food is taking, you know, like a second place on a lot of cruises. But I mean, your whole reputation really is hung upon that phrase, isn't it? The finest cuisine at sea.
Yeah, I mean, down to the ingredients, the way that our galleys are designed, our culinary experiences, our chefs on board, all of our gourmet specialty dining. It goes without saying that it's a really, really high value. And
as a passenger as well, we've got more of a connection with that as well, actually. We're more aware of that, even to maybe even going shopping with the chefs in localities for the ingredients.
Exactly, yes, because then they can do culinary experience and discovery tours. The food choices are phenomenal. The dining venues are incredible. They've got the cooking schools on board as well, which are great for them to immerse into those cultural experiences as well.
And right around the world in terms of where we can journey with
All
Oceania
over the
as
world,
well.
pretty much, yes.
It's fantastic, which is a nice cue and a segue to go into our first adventure, I think. It's just called Brazilian Brilliance with a Buenos Aires stay. It's 2 weeks and it starts on the 4th of March next year. And we'll fly you from the UK out to Buenos Aires in Argentina for a 2-night hotel stay first, you lucky, lucky people. Wonderful, wonderful city. Ever been, Cal?
I haven't, no.
Oh, okay, right. Well, let me tell you, southeast coast of Argentina, that's where you'll find it. European-style architecture everywhere around, vibrant culture, tango music, of course, it's famous for. So you could, how's your tango, Cal?
I'll try.
Yeah, okay. I'm a bit too left feet, I'm afraid. Of course, famous for its wonderful steak houses as well, and passion all around. And you can experience wonderful gaucho culture there as well by visiting a traditional ranch. So you've got big city and history together there. And then the main attraction for this holiday, here we are on Oceania Marina for 10 nights. So this has just had a big refurbishment last year, hasn't she?
Yeah, towards the end of May last year, we've enhanced a lot of the penthouses, redesigned them. We've upgraded the softer furnishings. There's had upholstery. We've introduced a new cooking venue on here that's been very successful on Vista, which is Aquamar Kitchen. And she has gone on to Marina, and wow, it's incredible, absolutely incredible.
Looks lovely, and this is all about taking life easy and just enjoying the best of everything, isn't it? That's essentially what an Oceania voyage is all about, isn't it?
They are, because there's little coves that you can go off and explore. I mean, look, the dining venues are incredible. The ships are absolutely stunning. The service is impeccable. So why not have something like that where you can make it your own and call it your Epicurean adventure? And that's where it all begins.
Yeah. It's amazing to just switch off. I imagine a lot of your passengers to be, and I always imagine this with the kind of luxury end of the cruise market, people that are very, very busy, that have very full lives, actually take this as a way of having great fun, but also resetting and unwinding a little bit as well. Am I right in that?
Yeah, you can do, but then again, it's that question, what is luxury to you, would be completely different to what my expectations are. But if it's about space and comfort and elegance and relaxation, 100% all of our ships will give you that. If it's luxury in terms of dining, you've got the perfect opportunity to experience that. So there's different attributes that contribute towards that, which makes it so special.
Yeah, and I think there are maybe some minor misconceptions out there in terms of this smaller ship luxury offering that people think, okay, well, it's going to be people kind of, you know, sitting around chatting with not much going on, and that's so far from the truth, isn't it? It
is, yeah, absolutely, because in our the way that our ship's designed, you've got the focus on the adventures, the tours, the way that our ships are so bespoke and boutiquely designed, allowing us to immerse yourself into that destination from ship to shore. 85% of our shuttle buses are included in the port, so we're going to give you more time to spend at land.
And of course there's less of you on board, so
less
you get there
customers,
sooner.
No queues.
Yeah.
Off you go, and then come back on and then have those beautiful created spaces to enjoy, from restaurants and dining venues, entertainment as well.
Dining is open as well.
It is, yeah. So when we mean open, we do encourage our customers to make reservations on our specialty dining, but we don't have the same table sitting every day at the same time. Make a reservation with the concierge team or pre-book that in advance, and then when you're on board, you can also dine in all the different venues that we have.
Sounds good to me. You'll be enjoying a lovely veranda stateroom as well, and we'll go into details of what that includes a little bit later on as well, and take that as a given all the way through the show as well, actually, this time around. But let's take our journey for 10 nights out of Buenos Aires in Argentina. We're off to Montevideo in Uruguay first, the capital, of course. You can take a city tour here to La Carreta Gaucho Sculpture, Positos Beach, and the Estadio Centenario, which is really, really lovely. Or take a countryside tour to Punta del Este in Uruguay now. You can take a visit to the Rally Museum here, which has works by Salvador Dali, Marc Chagall, and Joan Miro as well, which is wonderful. Again, boat rides are there to Los Lobos as well to see the fur seals. A day at sea, and we're in Itajai in Brazil. This is a coastal city in the south of Brazil, famed for the beaches and the nearby Camborias with a dramatic Atlantic forest, which sounds rather lovely. To Sao Paulo we go now, which is the largest city in Brazil. You can head in and see the skyscrapers and the famous art museum, or you can drive to the Guarujá and visit the aquarium there on a fantastic tour with Oceania. Lots of choices as you go along. To Parachi next in Brazil. Schooner cruise here through the islands. You can go stopping at fishing villages and pristine beaches, or you can take a jeep tour through the Atlantic forest. And next on through Brazil in Ilha Grande, which does look that from the pictures, doesn't it? It looks incredible. Tropical Brazilian island. You can take a schooner and snorkeling adventure here, or you can take a historical and cultural walking tour through the preserved sites. To Búzios now, which is one of the most popular coastal resorts. It's like the Saint-Tropez of Brazil. It's beautiful, crystal clear waters there. There's a guided trolley ride through the scenic spots of the town if you fancy it. And the conclusion of our wonderful, wonderful voyage is in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. We stay here for an overnight before you fly home as well. Rio, famed for its beaches, the mountains, of course, the Christ the Redeemer statue, the Sugarloaf Mountain for the panoramic views, and of course, samba is everywhere in the air. So there is the overview. I have to say, lots of people talk about cruising the ports in Brazil. It's an amazing part of the world that still feels a little bit, Cal, undiscovered.
It is. I mean, look, Búzios, incredible, beautiful golden sand and beaches.
Yeah.
Ilha Grande. And because they are so uniquely designed and our itineraries are created for that reason, I can't imagine a big cruise line going into those places, but with a small ship luxury cruise, no more than say 1,200 customers on Marina, it's your perfect getaway, that bespoke bucket trip destination with different things planned every day.
And as well, rather than taking a holiday and staying in a luxury resort and thinking, okay, well, this is 5-star, but I can only stay one night. Here you're going from place to place to place to city.
You've got something every day. I mean, look, it's your choice if you want to go off and explore, but then you've got beautiful experiences on board. You don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about dressing up in the evening. It's no formal nights. It's all smart resort, casual, and it's perfect.
Which is lovely, because I think a lot of people think that maybe these luxury cruising experiences might not be for them for that very reason, formality. You know, feeling a little bit like, do I really fit here? And actually this really is for everyone. And here's everything that's included in your trip, which is wonderful. So included is your flight from the UK out to Buenos Aires in Argentina. We've got a 2-night hotel stay there before you join Oceania Marina for 10 nights of Brazilian beauties, with rarely visited ports here, enjoying the Your World inclusions from Oceania in a veranda stateroom as well. So you've got the house beverage package included, gratuities, unlimited Wi-Fi all the way through your cruise, which is amazing for research and keeping in touch and gloating and all that kind of stuff. Gourmet specialty dining all the way through, of course, the most wonderful entertainment activities, enrichment, group fitness, and honestly the list goes on and on and on. And of course you can dip in and out of that as much as you want to. Your cruise is wonderful, ends with that overnight stay in Rio de Janeiro before you fly it back to the UK. Now, if you do want to upgrade in terms of your drinks offering, the Prestige Select Drinks package is available for $30 per day to include unlimited wines and spirits throughout the voyage. And again, that just makes the budgeting and well, just that feeling, I suppose. If you take an enhanced drinks package, it's not about overdoing it. Drink, you know, one at a time responsibly, I always say, but it's just about knowing that that's not something you have on your mind for the back end of the cruise, because quite often you hear people saying, okay, well, it's not what I paid to get on the cruise, it's what I paid to get off the cruise. Where with this, you just don't have that worry, do you?
Exactly, and because we're finding that most people that are spending time at the port want to enjoy those experiences. So just to go back on that Your World included, that includes all your soft drinks, your teas, your specialty coffees all day, every day. The house beverage package is beer, wine and champagne by the glass for lunch and dinner.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Champagne.
Champagne for lunch and dinner.
Okay, nice.
Beer, wine by the glass for lunch and dinner. And then if customers want to increase and upgrade that, they can to our Prestige drinks package as well.
And champagne with lunch is not something we do every single day, is it?
No, we'll have a lovely meal by the pool, or when you're coming back and you've been out in the morning and you're having an alfresco dining in Aquamar kitchen, for example.
Yeah.
Healthy living, healthy eating, maybe a glass of fizz as well.
But why not?
Can't go wrong.
Why not? Went on holiday and all of that. Talking of holidays, should we go to the sun-kissed Caribbean next with magical Miami? Sounds good to me. 16 nights, and this is for the 4th of December, and I mean this year. What a pre-Christmas treat this would be. You fly from the UK out to Miami for a 3-night hotel stay there. Bear in mind it's early December and you arrive into the sunshine and you're like, hang on, this is all kinds of wrong. Here I am in December, there's Christmas trees everywhere, but the sky is blue and the sun is shining. It's the most bizarre experience that you can't describe until you're actually there.
No.
You're at Christmas shopping in the sunshine, or you can just avoid all the shopping if you want. Miami's great for shopping, but you can just head to South Beach, Little Havana, wherever you like. You've got 3 nights there in a hotel to enjoy before you start your wonderful voyage. And this time we are with Oceania Insignia, and this is one of the smaller ships, so this is less than 700 passengers this time, so even more exclusive.
Yep. So 670 customers,
Lovely.
400 crew.
Right, actually, that's a high number of crew to passenger, isn't it?
So 1 chef for every 10 guests.
That's ridiculous, that
really
stat, isn't
bespoke
it?
service.
I love that. Something to be proud of, that, isn't it?
We love it.
A chef for every 10 guests. I mean, that means that you've got a darn good breakfast coming your way, doesn't it?
Definitely. If you go to the grand dining room, I mean, look, you can choose from the plated experience in the grand dining room with lots of culinary experiences, fresh waffles, crepes, pastries, salmon, egg benedicts, or resort, casual, al fresco dining in the terrace cafe as well.
Does that mean, I'm just going to go back to breakfast just for a second, because this is a very important start to the day, of course. Can I go off-piste on the menu then? So if I've got a certain preference for my eggs benedict, I like it with, I don't know, something else on top, I can request that?
I'm sure if we ask for you, Derek, we can give you that.
Well, and for all my friends at home, hopefully, yes.
Yeah,
not just me.
No, of course you can.
Lots of activities that you can enjoy out in the fresh air. We're in the Caribbean here, so, you know, to have mini golf in there is quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah. There's mini golf, there's a library to relax in, which is very a lovely area to sit back and enjoy reading. The pool decks is fabulous as well. There's lots of sunbeds outside on the pool deck and great pool bar service as well.
It's quite nice to have the odd sea day in the Caribbean as well, isn't it? Because then you can really truly appreciate you can have those pinch me moments, can't you, where you kind of say, I actually can't believe I'm doing this.
No, it's nice. It's nice that you can relax and enjoy. And like I said, it's your holiday to make it that personal experience. So,
what's your favourite personally? Because obviously you've done a number of the ships. You work for the company. If you hadn't, I'd be very surprised. What's your little pinch me moment when you're on board any of the ships?
Across the fleet, I mean, I couldn't personally pick a ship because they're all absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just love the attention to detail. Even when we're on for the day experiencing the product, we get to talk about it and meet the staff, the way that they greet you, the way that they recognise you when you're on the following time. Honestly, the service is impeccable. It's absolutely stunning.
And it does make the world of difference. And it's funny because it sounds so cliche when you hear 2 people saying it to each other. It sounds so cliche. When you're on board enjoying it, it does make you genuinely feel golden and special, like you were specially invited on this beyond trip. Let's take you around the Caribbean then. We've got 12 nights on board. We start in Miami, first couple of days at sea, and we're in Oranjestad in Aruba, the capital of Aruba. Dutch colonial architecture everywhere, stunning beaches everywhere. I'd just love a wander into that picture, wouldn't you? In Oranjestad, it looks perfect. And next we head to Willemstad, which is in Curacao. We're here for an overnight as well. This is a Caribbean city, again Dutch influences you can see there. Almost looks like that picture could be pulled out of Amsterdam, doesn't it? It's amazing. And lots of excursions available here. There's a city highlights tour if you fancy it, including Fort Amsterdam. Lots more, lots of adventures. St George is next in Grenada. This is the capital of Grenada. It's known as the Spice Isle. It's nutmeg and cocoa that is produced here, so I imagine there's some chocolate tasting maybe on offer as you go and visit the plantations here, which again you can do via excursion with Oceania as well. Castries in St Lucia is next. Mountains and beaches everywhere. There's a scenic drive to the Pitons, St Lucia's famous volcanic peaks, or you can take a rainforest aerial tram ride for the views, which sounds good. This is a wonderful port, San Juan in Puerto Rico. We've got 2 days here, so it's an overnight stop, which is wonderful, which means actually if you want to go into Puerto Rico of an evening and go for dinner or go for some drinks or just, see how the place changes from day to night, you can absolutely do that. Your last couple of days are at sea, which I think is really lovely. So first 2 days, last 2 days at sea. First couple of days, you're kind of getting into the way of life, aren't you? You're navigating the ship, you're settling in. You've got a wonderful stateroom, of course. We're all in veranda staterooms all the way through this. We'll talk more about the staterooms in our next offer because they are pretty wonderful all of the way through the fleet as well. We'll take a deeper dive into that because actually your stateroom, your bedroom, it needs to be absolutely wonderful. It needs to have everything you need, and it will be. Right, this is an incredible, wonderful Caribbean break in December in style with Oceania, and let's show you everything that's included here. So your flights to and from Miami and a pre-voyage hotel stay there for 3 nights, enjoying the festive feel in Miami before joining Oceania Insignia for 12 nights of the wonderful sights and sounds of the Caribbean in a veranda stateroom as well, with your house beverage package included, gratuities, Wi-Fi, fitness, gourmet dining, and so much more as you enjoy the pace of life that is uniquely Caribbean. Wonderful ports, overnights in Curacao and Puerto Rico, and you can upgrade again with this offer to the Prestige Select Beverage Package, including champagnes, for $30 per day for unlimited wines and spirits on your voyage. It's amazing. Call us right now on 0800 953 4701 if you want more details. And you can always tailor our offers further in terms of the stays as well. Just talk to the team. Obviously, to give you a price on screen, I need to put some parameters in place, but of course you can always change those. Now, coming up later in the show, Jane Archer is with us, cruise journalist extraordinaire. She has been on board with Oceania. We'll hear her views very, very soon. But let's move straight on, shall we, to our next wonderful offer, because then we can talk about the accommodation on board. And I think that's so important when we're talking any kind of cruising. And with luxury cruising, I want to know, what's that extra something? So let's go on an Iberian Odyssey with Barcelona and Lisbon stays, and this is for the June next year, 14th of June, 11 nights, and we fly first over to Barcelona, and we've got 2 nights in a hotel there, which is always wonderful. I say in every single show, you could go to Barcelona once a fortnight and always see something different and new and vibrant and wonderful. It's a city which is just longing to be discovered by day and by night. There are so many different options while you're in Barcelona. I could list them all right now, but I would need the rest of the show to go through them. But you know what? Everyone has the greatest of times. And of course, it means you're there in plenty of time for your wonderful voyage. And we're on board Oceania Serena this time for 7 nights. Again, another one of the smaller vessels, which is great. So again, less than 700 passengers on board. So let's go to the veranda stateroom.
Okay.
Talk me round. What's there for me?
So in your stateroom, you're going to get plenty of space. Okay, some beautiful experiences from a complimentary minibar, which is filled with your favourite soft drinks for you that you can ask your team to replenish as you want, or if you've got a favourite drink of preference. Yeah. They all come with our signature experiences that include our Tranquility bed, which is perfect to guarantee the perfect night's sleep. So that's Egyptian thread cotton, over 2,000 Egyptian thread cotton bedding, and a chamomile infused mattress topper. And I can assure you, it is the perfect relaxation model that you need. A beautiful veranda with some furniture and Rattan style furniture on the balcony for you, so you can sit and have dinner inside if you want to, or outside on your balcony and your veranda stateroom. And perfect, and they have the most luxurious bathrooms as well.
I was just about to say, take me into the bathroom.
Yep, so luxurious bathrooms, and they come with plush toiletries, including our new Aquamar amenities and toiletries for you as well.
Okay, so I don't need to take all kinds of bits and pieces with me, so I can travel that little bit lighter.
Yeah, try to travel lighter, take something.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very, very good indeed. Plenty of wardrobe space.
There is, yeah, so there's race space in there. There's also refillable hydration water bottles that are provided for you. Still and sparkling water is also complimentary in the staterooms for you as well.
Great.
And with all the veranda staterooms, you do also get in-state and in-stateroom dining as well.
Let's talk a little bit more about enrichment as well. I'm going to maybe, less so maybe on this itinerary, but on some of the, for instance, the Brazil itinerary we did earlier, lots of ports I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
Is there information coming up along the voyage for me as to the places we're about to go?
Yes, so daily what you'll get is your in-state room daily schedule.
Okay.
Plus you have the guest services, and you have the shore excursion team that are there for you on board. So anything like that you need, you can go and speak to them, and they will be able to plan stuff for you. If you're on our stateroom categories that are suite level as well, you have your concierge team that will also assist you. But you can check the schedule every day for activities, depending on what ship you're on as well. So Marina has the cooking school, the art school as well, so you can take part in all the activities throughout, yes.
Awesome. And you've got a shore excursion team on board on all of the vessels then, to give me the very best recommendations, because I imagine that your excursion program again is elevated and more kind of immersive, which is amazing. Let's just take this itinerary. We'll come back to shore excursions in just a moment. Of course, we started this in Barcelona, so that's where we start. And we head to Valencia on the eastern Med coast in Spain. Amazing architecture here, old and new. There's a guided city tour. You could go to the Arts and Sciences Museum there, or maybe off to Albufeira, to the national park there. Cartagena next in Spain, which is wonderful, with its lovely Roman amphitheatre, as you see there, and the Conception Castle, which is beautiful. And they give you the most amazing panoramic views over the city. Or you could go wine tasting for the day if you fancy. Next, we're off to Malaga, Costa del Sol. I think we're all fairly familiar with this part of the world. Maybe you fancy a scenic drive to Mijas, see the artisan shops there, or head up to Granada, maybe to the Alhambra Palace, which is spectacular. Next, we're across to Gibraltar, our own little bit of Britain in the Med. It's wonderful. It's a lovely, lovely day. Take the cable car up to the rock, go and see the cheeky little macaques up at the top. They are brilliant. They are lovely, wonderful day. And then we're heading back across to Spain, to Cadiz, one of Europe's oldest cities there, with historic plazas, lovely beaches. It's the gateway to Seville as well. So if you fancy heading there to the cathedral, the Alcazar, etc., you can. Portimao on the Algarve in Portugal next. You can take a tour to the Benagil Sea Cave here, or you can see Silves, which is nearby, which has a lovely medieval castle as well. And we end our wonderful journey in Lisbon in Portugal, and we're going to disembark here, but we are staying for 2 nights in a hotel, which is lovely. I'm so pleased for you, because I love this city. I am totally in love with it. It's beautiful. Take stout shoes, I would say. It's hilly, it's cobbly, it's wonderful. Take the little trams around. Please go to the aquarium if you get the chance. It is so immersive, second biggest in Europe. Walk the banks of the Tagus as well, of course, see the Christ the Redeemer statue, see the Belém Tower and how white and crisp, and do the elevadors. I mean, honestly, it's such a lovely city. You might want more than 2 nights there, actually. There's loads to do. Fabulous fish restaurants as well, I always remember from my time in Lisbon. Wonderful. And then, of course, we will fly you back to the UK. What a lovely, neat little itinerary. I love the way it just zigs and zags in and out there. It does right the way from Barcelona, right down the bottom tip of Spain, into Gibraltar, of course, which is still technically attached to Spain, even though it's ours, and then ending in the Algarve and Portugal. Wonderful. June next year, a wonderful taste of true luxury at sea with Oceania. 2-night hotel stays in both Barcelona and Lisbon, which is wonderful. Here's everything that is included for you. And so in our package, that's the flights, the hotel stays, and 7 nights of magical voyaging with Oceania in a veranda stateroom, which we're still describing our way through, which is lovely. Unlimited Wi-Fi included. Gourmet speciality dining is a given right the way through your voyage. House beverage package, gratuities, group fitness, and just the sheer majesty and relaxation and sophistication without being stuffy of small ship sailing. Less than 700 passengers on board. Book today with a deposit of just £399 each. And of course, if you'd like more than 2 nights in either Barcelona or Lisbon, just talk to the team and we will make it happen. It's 0800 953 4701. Remember, that is a free call to a dedicated concierge team here at Cruise First. And of course, you can see a lot more of these amazing offers at our website, cruisefirst.co.uk/luxury. And joining me now on the show to talk about the Oceania Cruises difference is the absolute encyclopedia of luxury cruise travel. It's Jane Archer. Welcome back, Jane. So the Oceania Cruises difference really is all about the food, isn't it? I mean, they say themselves the finest cuisine at sea.
Yeah, they do. Need I say more? It's all about the food, and it is. I mean, there are so many places that you can go and eat, the different styles of food that they have, and it's great stuff. I think that their figure is something like they have one chef for every 10 passengers. I mean, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
that's a lot of chefs on board.
That's a lot
of
chefs,
and that's a lot of freshly sourced ingredients from the destinations that they're actually going to as well. That makes a big difference too.
Yes, it does. Yeah, and the food. I mean, it is it is really good food. I mean, so tasty, so well prepared, served with style. The restaurants themselves are beautifully designed. It all kind of comes together. It's all about food.
And of course, your choice of all of those different dining options included as standard as well, which is, again, is lovely, isn't it? It means you can take your pick across all of the different choices. Yeah,
you can, which is really nice. Obviously, you've got the main dining room as well. We mustn't forget that, and because you get some absolutely amazing food in there. And I think it's on a Sunday. They do a Sunday brunch.
Oh.
It would be on a Sunday, wouldn't it?
Yes.
And it's so good. It really is. You know, obviously go and help yourself to all of this most fantastic food that's all been freshly prepared there. It's a very, very special experience. But then, like you say, all the other restaurants there, and you can go into one, each one once, and then you can get in again if there's space available. And it doesn't cost anything extra. I mean, how fantastic is that? You can go into the Asian, you can go into Ember is one of the new ones that they've got on there, which serves what they call American comfort food. And it's got a lovely, very relaxed, very casual kind of style to it. It's for people who don't necessarily want the big dining experience, and so maybe they want to go in and sort of just have a meal and then go because they got the show to go to or whatever. So the evening doesn't become a 3-hour, 4-hour dining experience. So they've introduced that to make something a little bit different. Aquamar Kitchen, that was absolutely amazing. The only problem with that one is getting in because it is so popular, and it's kind of more healthy style food. Bowls and salads,
which is good actually, isn't it? Because a lot of people think with cruising you are constantly filling yourself with and gaining and all of the rest of it, but actually these days particularly the luxury cruise lines really are tailoring to everybody's needs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and that is very much a misconception about cruising generally, but with Oceania I would say in particular, because this is not all about how much food you've got on your plate. It's about the quality of the food that you've got on your plate, and that's the important bit about the experience.
And of course, because you are sailing with fewer people as well, the overall experience is a lot easier as well, actually, isn't it? Even getting into ports, for instance, you're not waiting in long lines. There are shuttle services, and they do make a big difference, don't they?
Oh, they do, absolutely, yes. And yes, cruising with fewer people, it does it makes it for a much more relaxed experience, is how I would put it, because you're not always queuing or finding there are people here and there and everywhere. You have space. You have space to chill. You have space to relax. You can find your own little corner, and you can guarantee that the staff will know who you are, and they will recognise you. They will recognise what you enjoy. And it does make it a much more relaxed experience.
But still a lovely sociable affair as well, aren't they? The smaller ship cruising, I mean, it's a great way to actually get to know people and get to meet fascinating people too.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Because when they are small like that, you do see the same person again. You might see them that evening, then the next evening, and the next evening, and you do create really good friendships with these people, and you get to know them. And they are fascinating people. They've all lived such amazing lives. That's one of the reasons why they can go on these cruises, because they have seen the world, and this is them doing the world now in a different way.
And you're talking also about the destinations that you're going to being very different than the traditional, cruise fare itineraries.
Yes, but I mean, obviously they do the popular ones, the popular ports, because they are popular for a reason. People want to go to Rome, they want to go to Florence and all those kind of places. But they can also go to some of the smaller ports as well. And sometimes there are ports you've probably never even heard of them, and you think, where on earth might that be? They've got two sizes of ships. So they've got the smaller ships, which only hold 700 passengers, and of course they can get into much smaller ports again. The next one's up, they're hardly big, just over 1,200 passengers. So again, they can get into the ports that the big ships can't reach and deliver a much more different experience.
So something that everyone should give a try if they are looking to broaden their travel horizons a little bit?
I would say so, absolutely. And I would also add to that, you don't have to be a foodie to go on board. You'll love it anyway.
Fantastic. Jane, thank you as always. It looks very, very tempting indeed. And our team of specialist cruise consultants are always on hand to make sure your journey of luxury is always first class.
With 25 years of travel expertise, when booking with Cruise1st, you can be sure that you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We work with all the major cruise lines to bring you the most comprehensive selection of exclusive deals you won't find anywhere else. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and ATOL Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is always safe with us. We make it easy to budget for your dream holiday. With many of our deals, just pay a deposit today and you then have until your due date to pay the balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 7,000 independent reviews. This all means that you can be fully confident when booking your next exciting adventure with Cruise1st.
Yeah, my thanks to lovely Jane as always. It's always nice to get lots and lots of different views and opinion as well, and takes. And Jane Archer, let me tell you, has done it all. So it's really nice to get Jane's take. Well, Cal Sindhu is with me from Oceania for this show, which is great, so we can find out even more about these amazing ships. And let's take another adventure. So I've got a couple of questions I am ready with. It's an East Asian allure with a Hong Kong stay. This is 17 nights, and this is for early next year, starting on the 5th of February, and we'll fly you from the UK out to Hong Kong for a 3-night hotel stay, plus the very first night of your cruise as well. So I've looked up some ideas of things to do while you are there. Oh my word, Hong Kong's busy. There's loads going on there. You can head to the Kowloon Walled City Park there, which is lovely, very historic. There's Lantau Island to see the big Buddha statue and a cable car ride. There's Victoria Peak. There's Chinatown, as you would expect. There's the Sky 100 observation deck. I could go on, but I don't have time. 3 nights in a hotel there, and your first night on board Oceania Regatta. So again, as we've been featuring quite heavily in this show, less than 700 passengers on board. Okay, so we started to touch on enrichment, Cal. So if I'm on a sea day, for instance, what form might that take? I mean, I might want to just take a lounger and keep myself to myself, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if I am looking for something, to do, what is there?
So throughout the day, there'll be lots of things that you can relax and enjoy. I mean, for example, you can head down to the library. You can read a book. It's absolutely stunning.
With a glass?
Take a drink with you.
Why not?
Or just sit back and just take in the relaxation. There's also our wonderful spa, which is absolutely beautiful. So our Aquamar Spa is there for you. There's saunas and steam rooms, and even treat yourself maybe to a manicure or in the salon or hair, however.
And some fitness included, we mentioned earlier. Yes. What kind of forms does that take?
So the fitness side of it, we have got a gymnasium that's open now that you can, that's complimentary. There's also Pilates, yoga classes and spin classes that might be taking on board. And then in the evening, you've got some wonderful lounges to relax and enjoy in. So Martinis, which is where we have happy hour, we have live music, entertainment. It's a beautiful place to start for a pre-dinner cocktail.
Okay, and entertainment. This is another question that comes up quite a lot with a smaller ship offering. In the evening, what kind of form does that take, the entertainment?
So we have a theatre on board all of our ships. So we have some beautiful bespoke created shows. We have guest speakers on board. We have live comedians. We have almost, I'd say, like a small cabaret style show experience with music as well.
When you say guest speakers, you're talking about people who have a specialism that they're sharing?
Yeah. So on some of our sailings, we will have, for example, as we are so heavily focused on food, we might have celebrity chefs on board. We might have culinary experience discovery tours where you can immerse yourself in that experience and you get to learn and breathe the culture. The art classes on Marina, Vista and Allura, which are absolutely stunning with the art school, we'll have artists on board that will talk about all the history, the culture, and our ships are full of most beautiful artwork and pieces as well.
Which is lovely. It's nice to be able to get involved in things as well, I think. Part of these more elevated experiences are also about the people that you meet on board as well, because you do meet some fascinating people, including the crew, of course, of which there's a high percentage of crew to passenger on board a ship like this as well, which we'll delve into a little bit deeper when we come back on board. But we have a trip to take right now, which is incredible. And of course, we're in Hong Kong. We've just had our 3-night hotel stay there. So let's go and explore. Day at sea to Taipei in Taiwan. This is the capital, bustling metropolis, modern skyscrapers with historic temples there. There's the National Palace Museum. There's a scenic tour of Yaleo Geopark as well. See the unique rock formations there. To Hualien, which is in Taiwan next, seen on very few cruise itineraries, I have to say. The wonderful marble gorges and waterfalls at the Taroko National Park here are well worth exploring, which you can on a tour with Oceania. Ishigaki in Japan is next. This is a wonderful tropical island in the Okinawa prefecture, known for its coral reefs and lush landscapes. Kabira Bay here is stunning. And there's also Takatomi Island as well, which is lovely. Day at sea into Kagoshima. You can see the volcano there, which is wonderful. That's the Sakurajima volcano, which is beautiful. You can see it by ferry ride. You can go and see the lava fields up close and the hot springs, which is really such a special experience. Nagasaki in Japan is next, where you can see the Fukusai-Eiji Temple, which is shaped like a giant turtle with a man on its back, which has got to be seen, really, hasn't it? It's wonderful. Busan across to South Korea next. I mean, look at that. Wonderful port city. You can take a tour here to the historic Buddhist temple, or you can take a scenic tour of Hyundai Beach as well, which is one of the really popular beaches in this part of the world. Staying in South Korea to Jeju next, which is a volcanic island, again, with incredible landscapes. There's the Halasan National Park for the highest peaks, which is what we're looking at there in the picture. There's also a lovely folk village experience you can visit too. And we end in the port for Seoul in South Korea. We're here for an overnight, which is wonderful. It's a great city, a blend of old and new. Here's something to do. You can arrange a tour to the DMZ, which is the demilitarized zone, which is easy for you to say, between South and North Korea, which apparently is very, very fascinating and eerie indeed. I would definitely want to do that. Such an adventure to plan right now. I love this is kind of dipping here, there and everywhere. And again, this is the joy of a cruise, Cal, isn't it? Is you can say, okay, well, we could take 1-2 week holiday in any one of those places, but you're very limited as to what you can experience within one place, aren't you? Sure.
And especially because you're not getting enough time to spend in them, are you? Or you're not finding where to go. And as you said earlier, there are so many things that you can do.
Yeah.
But if there was something that allowed you to spend time in a place that you can experience where no other cruise line's going to go to, or those bespoke ports, it's lovely because you immerse yourself into it more, don't you?
It's about also a holiday, I think, is about the stories that you come back with as well, because that's the great thing. It's like a multifaceted diamond, a holiday, isn't it? There's the anticipation, there's the doing, but there's also what it gives you. It's very life-affirming, gives you stories, makes you feel well-travelled as well, doesn't it?
And you're excited, and then everybody at home is excited to kind of say, what did you do today? Or like you want to share it with them. So immerse yourself in those culinary destinations, those beautiful ports. I mean, those are absolutely perfect because you've always got something different every day. And going back very quickly to the kind of experiences and the excursions that they can book. Yeah. They're going to be very small. Yes. So there's maybe 25 to 30 people on them. You're going to be able to be in the heart of the action, taking in that experience fully and really live it.
And of course, you're not waiting around because you're not one of 4,000, 6,000, 7,000. You're one of less than 700 people, so you're not waiting around. You're getting straight into the heart of the action. This is such a lovely adventure to start planning right now. So you're exploring Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan and South Korea, but again in that small ship boutique luxury as well. Here's everything that is included. This package can be secured and locked in today, by the way, with a deposit of less than £300 each, which I think is great, because I think sometimes with a big trip like this we kind of procrastinate, don't we? We quite often we'll get a brochure through the post, we'll have a look at it and say, oh, I like the idea of that, and then the brochure goes to one side and you forget it and get on with life, don't you? I think knowing that you can do it with a deposit, if you're watching this show, obviously these shows are a little bit more leisurely, they're an hour long. If you see something you like and a part of the world that you've always wanted to go to, this is the ideal opportunity to look at each other and say, well, should we stop talking about it and should we start actually doing it? Should we start travelling, you know, while we can and all of that? This package includes your flight to Hong Kong and an included 3-night hotel stay there, and then your 12 nights of voyaging with Oceania in a veranda stateroom, of course, which we've described in great detail in the show, which is lovely. Sounds just gorgeous. Spending longer in fascinating ports as you explore Taiwan, Japan and South Korea, ending in the port for Seoul with an overnight stay there on board before your return flight to the UK. Such style and service on board. We've still more to discover on that front as well. Gourmet specialty dining included, Wi-Fi included, house beverage package included, gratuities included, and so much more as well, as you spend relaxed times in the ultimate comfort and style on board, with the most amazing service as well. 670 passengers, 400 crew on board. You can upgrade again to the Prestige Select Drinks package here for unlimited wines and spirits for $30 per day. And if you'd like to add a stay in Seoul as well, just talk to the team and we will make it happen. The number is 0800 953 4701. Oh my word, this is such a lovely show. Listen, if any questions occur to you as well, I've always got a hotline to Cal and his team at Oceania, so you can always drop me an email and let me know any questions whatsoever at studio@cruise1st.tv. But I want to take you straight on to our final offer, because actually this for me is really, really special. It's a part of the world I spend a lot of my time talking about and not enough time doing. We're going from surf to serenity here, Sydney to Bali with stays. This is for the 3rd of March in 2027. So again, I can tell you a low deposit will get this in place, and also will set plenty of time for budgeting, as well as on the 3rd of March in 2027, we fly from the UK to Sydney, Australia. 3 nights there in a hotel. You had a very big smile there, Cal.
It's an incredible part of the world. Absolutely love Australia. Yeah.
It's just an amazing place to be, isn't it? I mean, just the very thought of saying, finally, we're going to Australia. It's not something you do every year. It's not something you do every 10 years. You know, it's a landmark, isn't it? And you've got 3 nights there in a hotel in Sydney, and the first night of your cruise on board Oceania Riviera as well, which is wonderful. So this is one of the slightly larger ships as well, so around about 1,250
Yeah, so
passengers.
this is the same size as Marina.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a ship to Marina.
Okay. Now, something that occurred to me as well, we were talking about the kind of people who sail with Oceania. Now, I know it's very, very difficult to say it's that kind of person, but who is it for?
Look, it's for everybody, okay? We love people that are well-travelled, people that like small luxury ships, that don't want to have these big queues. They love dining experiences. They love that word enrichment that you talked about. Honestly, anybody can come on board an Oceania cruise and really immerse themselves as a culinary-focused destination cruise line.
If I'm a little bit, forgive the phrase, a bit wobbly on my feet in terms of this kind of cruise, is there lots of reassuring faces and voices on board to help me along? Maybe maybe I've commercially cruised on the other bigger cruise ships. You know, I've done balconies on all the big ships around the world and whatever, and then I'm coming to you for the first time. So I'm a little bit unsure of how things happen and, you know, how I fit in. Is there lots of support around me?
Yeah, of course there is. I mean, look, when you go away, if you're going travelling by yourself, you're always going to be cautious about, oh, have I got this right, or have I done that, or am I going to meet people? I think it's a wonderful thing when you're on a cruise to make friends and see people and talk to them. And honestly, there is somebody that will be able to guide you along the way 100%, from the great team that we have, the guest services, the shore excursion team, the concierge teams. Perfect.
It's one of those things, I guess, that you do become very kind of accustomed to very quickly. I would imagine, I know with the first time I did this type of cruise, I thought, I'm not sure this is going to be for me. I'm a little bit too get up and go and need things to do all of the time. And I actually found I just slotted straight in and thought, oh my word, this is a real break, isn't it?
It is when you switch off. I think it's lovely because you can find that little niche thing that makes you almost tick if you want, or like space and no queuing and just relaxed and beautiful service.
I think space is a perfect word, actually, because it kind of gives you the chance to reconnect with yourself and, you know, your other half, your family, whoever you're traveling with as well, and spend real quality time. I think you always have more meaningful conversations as well when you're on cruises like this, don't you? Because you have the time to.
Of course you do, and you enjoy it. I mean, look, typically, like you talked earlier about getting for breakfast, having that really nice meal, making your way down to coffees and afternoon tea, which is also included every day as well at 4 o'clock, which is white gloved.
Okay, we'll come back to that in just a second. Honestly, there's always more, isn't there? There's always more. So the overnight in Sydney first, then we have 2 days at sea, which is wonderful. Love the first couple of days being at sea. Again, it's just perfect. Airlie Beach. Great barrier reef. That's all I need to say about Airlie Beach. That's what everyone will be doing it. And you can do it in lots of different ways, by the way. You don't have to be able to snorkel. You can do glass bottom boats and all sorts. Next in Cairns, so we stay in North Queensland in Australia. Again, gateway to the barrier reef, but you can see the Corunda Railway there as well, which is really, really charming and wonderful. The most amazing views. Then we head to Cooktown. Now, this is a very historic town, actually. Links to Captain Cook, as the name suggests. You can visit the museum and find out more here, or you can spot crocs on a local wildlife river cruise. Don't worry, they're far enough away from you. It's fine. There's a lot of crocs in this part of the world, though. 2 days at sea. We're at the top end of Australia in Darwin, and you can take a jumping crocodile cruise here on the Adelaide River. Yeah, the alligators really jump in the fresh water there, apparently, which is very nice indeed from a distance. Day at sea, and we're across into Komodo in Indonesia. This is a lovely island. You can go snorkeling here to the Pink Beach, which is wonderful. Or, of course, you can go to the national park and meet the famous Komodo dragons, again from a distance. Next, we're in Bali. And we're on an overnight here, so our final night of our voyage is in Benoit, and then we disembark for a 2-night hotel stay. And this, they call it the Island of the Gods, and every video I see of Bali, I just think I wouldn't have any reservations whatsoever about spending time there.
I think it's just a beautiful place.
Yeah. Again, I mean, so in step with the experience we've just had on board as well. Serene, peaceful, calm, same tone as the rest of your holiday.
And they're wonderful because you get to make it your own from all these beautiful destinations. The overnights are perfect. Pretty much all of our itineraries have that overnight stay element to allow you to experience and immerse yourself in there. Early morning arrivals, late night departures, more time at the port to enjoy those experiences.
Which I love. I mean, particularly if you've gone all that way to Australia as well. You really want to see it, don't you?
Of course you do, definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right, well, this is your early bird special to plan your special trip down under to Oz in 2027, and let me show you everything that is included. Now, obviously, I know that the majority of you are sitting there right now and saying, why would I book a holiday for 2027 right now? Well, let me tell you 2 big reasons. First of all, you are locking in an amazing price. Whoever knows what might happen to that price between now and when you actually go. You can also lock it in with a deposit today of less than £300 each, which is incredible. And then the plans are in place. Remember how long that you've sat on the plans. How long have you wanted to go and see this part of the world? This is the chance to actually, you know, put that pin in the corkboard and do it. It's happening. And I would plaster it all over the fridge. Remember, you're off to Australia in early 2027. You're doing it in style. You're doing it in small ship luxury. Our package includes your flight from the UK out to Sydney in Australia. I'm going to be honest, that's a long flight. So when you get there, you're going to need to get yourself back up the right way because it's already tomorrow in Australia, bizarrely. You've got a 3-night hotel stay there to enjoy, to relax, to get yourself the right way around for your 13 nights on board Oceania Riviera as you enjoy luxury voyaging in style, enjoying those wonderful ports in Australia like Airlie Beach and Cairns for the Great Barrier Reef before you sail off to the top end of Australia and then across to Indonesia, ending in Benoit in Bali with a final overnight on board there before you have 2 nights in a hotel. All the way through your cruise, by the way, your voyage with Oceania. Gourmet fine dining, house beverage package, unlimited Wi-Fi, your gratuities are included, and so much more, which is amazing. Of course, we include your flight back after your 2-night hotel stay in Bali back to the UK. You'll be in tears by then, but you know what? You can always come back and book the next one. If while you're on board you want to upgrade to the prestige beverage package, you can. Unlimited wines and spirits for $30 per day. Call us right now, 0800 953 4701. Now, Cal, before we go, afternoon tea.
Yep.
You need to talk me through that now.
Okay. So every day at 4 o'clock, we have, I call it sumptuous afternoon tea. I mean, I love afternoon tea, Earl Grey, beautiful pastries. So that's served in a Horizons lounge every day at 4 o'clock, and it's complimentary. So come on down to Horizons Bar and Horizons Lounge and just relax with a beautiful cup of tea, engaging in that, as you said, that conversation, relax, lovely coffee, tea, and wonderful pastries and cakes as well.
Just going back to your team on board, because of course there's a lot of them to fewer of us, which I think is great. I'm guessing you carefully select your team members from quite kind of, sort of high up institutions around the world. I mean, to have one chef for every 10 guests, I mean, they've got to be good chefs as well, haven't they?
They have. I mean, we are, from the whole culinary side, it's all embedded from that culture. So we had 2 master chefs at the helm of our organisation. The chefs live and breathe food every day. They go through the most intensive training programs, even from all the staff on board and how they engage and work with people. I mean, the service is impeccable. It is just absolutely wonderful to experience that.
And what an experience it must be for them as well, travelling literally the 4 corners of the globe and having the freedom to say, okay, I'm going into market at wherever we are today, and that might influence what's on tonight's menu.
It's true, because and all the food is cooked freshly on board. It's wonderful because you get to really try different flavours and values, from the grand dining room to the terrace cafe where we have an alfresco dining option. Everything's cooked fresh a la minute for you.
Which is wonderful, isn't it? It's just another one of those things, because of course these are more considered holidays. I mean, no doubt about that, but I always say with this that this kind of holiday is less about the price and more about the investment. It's about the investment in you as well, actually, as a person, isn't it? It's about heart and soul for you as well, isn't it?
And it is wonderful because there's always going to be something like, I wish I did do that, or I wish I tried that. But if you look at the bigger picture and think, well, actually, there is that element there that is waiting for you, and it is Oceania Cruises, then we're going to allow you to experience all those different elements as well.
Very, very quickly, the heritage of Oceania. So how long have you been at this game?
So we're probably still, I'd say, we like to do a relatively small cruise line, because but we've been going for about 25 years now.
Wowzers.
And we have 7 ships, and obviously number 8 is joining us in a few months' time.
Fantastic. And will you come back and join me again soon?
I certainly will.
Cal, thank you as always. I've literally grilled Cal for every detail of Oceania. But if you've got any other questions, of course, please do call our team. 0800 953 4701. Remember, hooks you up with a dedicated team of travel concierges here at Cruise1st. And there's more details, of course, on our website, cruise1st.co.uk/luxury, and you'll find all the details there. Thank you so much for your company. Come back when we do it all again very soon. Bye-bye.